Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Witch Queen Season of the Seraph intel. Now, in my last video, I shared with you a new damage glitch that, if done properly, will essentially let you one-shot the final boss in the new Spire of the Watcher dungeon. This is specifically for the final boss. It's not that difficult, but timing can be an issue. However, if you do this correctly, you will essentially do plus 5 million damage per second, actually closer to 6. Now, I had done a bit of a tutorial on this particular glitch when I made that video, but fortunately, some of you viewers actually saw the video and went out and did some more playtesting for me. I had asked for this. Fortunately, somebody actually did it, and I want to give a big shout out to Random Guy, as he actually put together a little bit of a tutorial for you viewers, and I wanted to share the majority of his video with you here, though I would suggest go check out his YouTube channel. It will be linked in the description or pinned in the top comment, because he has done a little bit more playtesting since then. I did hear in the comments that some people were unable to get this to work, but fortunately, Random Guy actually was able to get it to work 7 out of 10 times, with some caveats, and I will get into those as we go through. But I wanted to give a bit of a more informed tutorial, as now that I've seen their playtesting, I can give you a few more tips and tricks on how to get this to work properly the first time rather than later, or earlier rather than later. So the first thing, of course, is you do have to complete the first wave. That means you have to actually open the door so that you can get into this room where the pillar is. It's important because the pillar is going to be the thing that actually sort of bugs out the boss. Once you're here, try to stay in this little like yellow area right around the pillar. There's sort of a little hexagonal circle. Try to stay within the confines of that circle for two reasons. One, it seems to keep the boss closer to the pillar, which is going to be essential, but also it seems to really help with where the actual final hit will have to come from, sort of the angular momentum of it. I'm not totally sure if you could do this from outside of the circle. I'm sure it is possible, but it definitely seems easier just based on where the ads are spawning and where the boss will be to get it to work earlier again rather than later. Now, in the previous video, I did of course tell you that how this works is essentially by jolting the enemies with a super or possibly a grenade right as they spawn in when the boss is right up against this pillar. For some reason, it starts a chain reaction of jolted explosions, which essentially nukes the boss instantly. You don't even see the boss explode. It's just gone, as you can see in this clip. Now, the real glitch not only is the actual explosion, but also getting the boss to stand near the pillar. Now, this requires you to go into this room and stay as close to the pillar for as long as possible. Use a Wither Horde, because it's a good way to sort of mitigate the ads until the boss actually joins you into the room. Now, once the boss is in the room and stands next to the pillar, as basically rotating around the pillar and standing as close to it, almost underneath it, will draw the boss directly up next to it, but then it'll sort of just stay in one spot, so long as you're on the opposite side as you are here. I guess the boss thinks you're still in damage proximity, but because there is a divider between you, it can't actually do any of the damage to you. So it just sort of stays there. This is when the ad spawning is going to be the big thing. You want to get the timing correct. I would suggest just hold out in this zone once you actually get the boss to stand near the pillar for a little while, just to get used to it. You want to know when the ads are spawning in and the best way to not only keep yourself alive, but not get the boss to move too much, because you really want them to stay exactly where they are. I would suggest an Assassin's Cowl Hunter with Arc is going to be the primo thing to do this glitch properly. Again, I have seen it work with anything that jolts targets, but nothing so good as the arc damage super on the Hunter class. Something about the AoE as well as the direct damage, as well as the jolt, seems to work just the best. I also think because it's probably doing the most damage of any of those attacks that jolt, it's probably the one that will do the most both direct and AoE damage and has the best chance of triggering that chain reaction jolted explosion. But the adds won't be too big a problem, especially if you do have Wither Horde or Invis, as you can just kill an add, go Invis, keep the boss where it is, and wait for the next group of adds to spawn in, and they do so every minute or so. I think it's even less than a minute. I think it's every 30 seconds the adds spawn in. So this actually gives you a chance to try this method a few times, because if you super and it doesn't work the first time, the boss isn't going to move. You just have to wait for your super to recharge, keep killing adds, maybe try an arc grenade, and just wait until the next time you have a super. Now again, the timing is going to be the big thing. Big shout out again to Random Guy, as he was the one who discovered that staying within the circle seemed to help, as I suggested earlier. But it's going to be exactly as the adds start spawning in. So once you see that add spawning circle, that's where you really want to activate your super. Before the adds are actually there, but when you see the circle, so that when they actually are physically there, the super is hitting them as soon as they spawn to start the chain reaction. Again, it really is going to come down to the timing. I know that some people have gotten this to work right away. Some people have not. But in any case, it's probably, if done properly, the absolute best method for either farming out the exotic bow from the Spire of the Watcher, a solo flawless run, or just a solo farm if you're trying to continually just farm out the exotic bow. This is done on Legendary and Master the same. The damage effect seems to be across the board, regardless if you're doing this on the lower or higher level difficulty. Of course, the adds might be a little bit harder to control at the Master difficulty, but in any case, if you are doing this with a group, it also works. So if you were trying to do a solo flawless Master run, or maybe just a flawless Master run, this is probably going to be the easiest way to just kill the boss, because you can just sort of wait here and continue to try over and over again. Boss isn't going to leave once you get through that door. Just stay in the circle. If you are with teammates, maybe have them wait either in the opposite room or in the back of the room behind you, or stay in Viz, or stay right next to you, because you don't want that boss to move. And of course, if you are doing it with a group, you could run 3 hunters or maybe a titan, because I don't want to say that other supers won't work. It just doesn't seem as though they're quite as easy to aim as the hunter arc super, which is, I think, also kind of an essential thing, is you really want to hit it right on the exact point, kind of right in the middle of where the adds are spawning. I think the Arctrician buff is also something that you're going to want to have. I don't know if it's essential, as I've seen both people with it and without it get this to work, but it is another thing maybe to just test. If it's not working for you the first time, maybe get the Arctrician buff and try it again. But that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Destiny 2 Witch Queen Season of the Seraph content like this. Remember to go check out Random Guy's YouTube channel. Again, a big shout out to him, and actually hopefully maybe he and I will be doing some gaming in the future, maybe some more playtesting on this specific glitch on its own. I'd actually love to do a live stream where I just do some glitch testing. If that's something you might be interested in watching, please let me know in the comment section down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned, like liking, commenting, and subscribing, also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and I do want every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, if you do leave a comment on that question I asked about whether or not you'd like to see a live stream of maybe some glitch testing, leave that in the comment section down below. I'll give you another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And remember, I do like a little comment or secret hashtag on all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time.